Having binged series 1 and 2 on one evening each, I continued with the last series the next day. Knowing that this will be the last episodes, I wasn't sure what to expect. How did series 3 fare, and does it have a satisfying ending? Hi there, it's Micha. Come in and I will let you know my take on it. At the end of the last series, or season, if you prefer the American wording, Tony had just lost his father too.
I've decided to go on a little trip to scatter my dad's ashes.
My ashes?
You're not my dad, remember?
Am I adopted?
Fuck me, it's like I've got a replacement.
And Ellen, the nurse, agreed to a platonic relationship for now, so what has become of it? Well, the two of them often meet and Tony really likes Ellen, but hanging out together for him is just like spending time with any other male friend. Easy, casual, without putting much effort in it. No wonder spending time like this doesn't fulfill Ellen, so the relationship actually gives her less than was promised. Meanwhile, the relationships around them seem to deepen. Widow Anne is happy with her new boyfriend Paul, even though both of them know the other will never replace their dead spouses, but they don't have to. They don't have to be as happy as before, as long as there is happiness at all. Matt, his brother-in-law, still has small marriage issues, but the family is back together, and even Kath opens up to the world and finds someone to love. Tony also has a new protege, as Sandy, who joined the paper in series 1, has left and Colleen was hired instead. She, in a nutshell, shares many of his traits, like his negativity and sarcasm, but is open for new relationships. So he helps her out a little bit. The recurring topic in the newspaper interviews this season is finding new love, with many widowers and widows finding new relationships in their later years. Same as with Anne, and even Ellen ran into an old boyfriend, which opens up new opportunities for her. Will that mean the end of a possible relationship with Tony once he is ready to move on? Well, this is the first time in this show's history where answering a question like this may be considered a spoiler, so I will answer it after the rating in the spoiler zone. Let's get the main question out of the way. The show still delivers well. There are a few things though that makes it struggle a bit in this season, but many of those are casting issues, as some cast members didn't return. First off and most prominent is the absence of Mandeep Dhillon's Sandy, the positive influence at work that really is missed this time around. This is due to scheduling issues, as she had also a starring role in the continuation of CSI Vegas. Her replacement did a solid job though. Secondly, Roxy, the sex worker with a heart of gold, is missing, which takes away another positive influence on the lead character. Not sure about the reasons, but the screenplay makes it appear as if she is still in his life. Just we, as the audience, don't get to see her. Last one was the psychiatrist, played by Paul Kaye. Likely also a scheduling issue, but honestly, his character was more distracting to Tony anyways, so he was not really missed, at least story-wise. However, you notice that the show struggled a bit to make up for those absences. In its core, Series 3 was all about finding a new mission, a reason for Tony to not just live, but to embrace life again.
I thought not caring was a superpower. I was wrong. Caring about stuff, that's what really matters. Kindness, making other people feel good.
He found that in helping those who are worse off than him. Or at a similar point, noticing that his own pain was gone when he was helping relieving someone else's pain. It is all about the small things, things that makes the life of others a little bit nicer, small things that makes them smile. One of his missions, after writing a piece about young cancer patients, is his promise to a little boy to visit him every day in the hospital until he is healthy again, as the kid liked Tony for making him laugh. Let's get to the rating. I still love the show, though Series 3 was not as strong as the first two seasons, which is mainly due to obvious rewrites to make up for missing cast members, for which no one is to blame and which they solved quite well actually. Still, it had an impact on the structure and the rhythm of the storytelling, but overall the show still delivered. The ending of the show may split opinions, and it was definitely not the ending I expected. More on that in a moment in the spoiler zone. But it was a fantastic ending nevertheless, at least the way I interpret it for myself, and ultimately only your own take on things really matters. After scoring season 1 and 2 with 9 out of 10 points, this one earns a little bit less, but still the absolute stellar score of 8 out of 10 points. Now, if you don't want to get spoiled but enjoyed this video so far, please like it before you leave. And if you are no subscriber yet, maybe consider to change that. If you don't mind spoilers or have already watched the show, please follow me into the spoiler zone. Well, there's only really one thing to discuss: the ending. After seeing all his friends, including Ellen with her new boyfriend, being happy while attending the local fair, he smiles for a photo Lenny takes of him and then leaves the fair, walking over a meadow. While Lenny checks his photo with a critical look, we see Tony keep on walking when suddenly Lisa walks next to him for a moment, just to then vanish again. A moment later, Brandy, his dog, also disappears. And after that, also Tony is gone. As mentioned before, it leaves a lot open for interpretation. You may think that this symbolizes his last goodbye, before he maybe commits suicide, now that everything is sorted, which would fit in with Lenny's concerned look. However, that wouldn't make much sense in the larger context of a show. He was finally over the point of killing himself, and he has a mission that is partially completed by seeing his loved ones happy and on the right path. This is my take on the ending, which I'm pretty sure should at least be mostly accurate. Lenny is looking concerned as he actually sees Tony smile in a photo, something he hasn't seen in a while. Tony's walk though is a metaphorical one, obviously, as we see Lisa appear. This long walk is meant to represent Tony's life. He walked it a bit until Lisa came into his life. Then, after a while, he lost her, but he kept on walking, as life goes on. Eventually his faithful dog would also die, but life still goes on, until it comes to Tony's natural end, along the line. This makes so much more sense to me, as the show was never about Tony finding new love, though I definitely was rooting for Ellen and him, but seeing her happy is enough. Tony's journey was all about finding new meaning in life, to find a reason to go on, which he found. And so he does. This doesn't have to mean he will die alone. Just because we don't see anyone else appearing next to him in the end, doesn't mean that there won't be one. There might be someone we just don't know yet. Same as he will likely rescue another dog after Brandy moved on. Of course, that isn't sure. He might never find another companion, human or canine, but as long as he moves on and has a reason to enjoy life, that is all fine as well.
If you want to be an angel, you've got to do it when you're alive. Be good, do good things.
How did you like the ending of this show? Did you miss the characters not present in the finale? Do you interpret the ending differently? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, like it and feel free to share it with your friends. And why not subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any future video. Make sure to also hit the notification bell to get a heads up whenever a new video is posted. So much for now, see you next time and thanks for watching!